Hey, big up Wave TV.
Scoop.
Shout out Wave
It's a
TV.
scoop affair, it's a collaboration. It's a, what's the word? What did you call it earlier? A thing day. Networking day. Do you know what I mean? You took the time out today to do some networking.
Come on.
It's a Wave TV affair.
Yes, people, it's Wave TV. Yeah, we're doing something different. Yeah, you see the boys. Boys, introduce yourself, please.
Scoop.
Outside.
The H from Aylesbury.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
Listen, we're making it happen. We're making it happen live and direct. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. So, boys, what's the motive? What's everyone been saying? Like, what we saying?
Basically, one thing I want to talk about today is, and I'm not going to say it doesn't get enough attention. It does, but you can never have enough. And the topic is, is like mental health, community, what people are doing active out in the community, what's happening on the streets, because we're seeing X, Y, Z in the news, but we know we've got our ears more close to the roads.
Definitely.
And so there's stuff which doesn't even turn up on the news, so they don't even realise how deep it is. And the reason why Afsal's here is because he's got a lot to talk about, and
Community activist.
he's
that's what they call
community
it.
community activist, man. Like you go to our area, everyone knows Afsal's the guy that got how many knife pins?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's bless this.
Yeah, let's bless it.
Come on.
Let's celebrate. I'm giving you the honours, Wave TV.
Oh,
You
no.
got the honours, man.
Oh,
Come on,
listen.
let's do this.
That's the
Let's do this the
full
right
That's
way.
That's the wrong, brother. That's the wrong.
Oh shit, sorry.
I'm embarrassed for it.
Yeah, I know, like, sorry. Didn't mean like that, like, just trying to make content, you know? Yeah, love it, man. Hey, listen.
Don't worry, guys. Apple juice in one cup, yeah? Don't you worry about that.
Give me a wet bowl, right there, you know what I'm saying? Gang business.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we're doing it proper, man. We're doing it proper. Oh, this is a bit techy, but yeah.
They are in the movies and that.
Yeah, make sure you don't take those head top off.
You know what, yeah? You know when they got in like James Bond, like you know when in James Bond movies,
They make it look smooth, innit?
yeah, like yeah.
That would get a little smoke to come out.
Come on, cheers. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Got some bubbly right there. Come on.
Some apple juice.
Yeah, apple
Come
juice.
on.
Apple juice for the boys, you know what I'm saying?
Get one of your 5 a day.
Yeah, trust me, man. Trust me. But yeah, what you guys were saying as well, we're just talking about mental health, like about a little bit of everything basically. And I do have a special guest, and he is well known in that industry as well. He's doing a good job. I've heard loads of things about him. Take it on, bro. Take it on from there.
Oh, so I don't really know where to start. You know, I work in mental health. I've been working in mental health for about 2 years now. I work in a mental health hospital. So you see, like when I get a section, I'm the first person they see when they come onto the ward, and part of my job is to help rehabilitate people and help them get back independent again.
Yeah.
And then from there, I also do my charity stuff, so I run my own anti-knife crime charity. But then
Oh,
around
okay.
that, we do like help the homeless, help people, just general people in life that are having issues in the community. With the knife crime charity, we recovered over nearly 300 knives in 11 months by one simple scheme.
Oh, bro.
300, bro, and I'm not talking about little kitchen. I'm talking about the Rambos, the Flickies, the
Ooh,
swords,
Sylvester Stallone, Rambo.
yeah,
boys,
bro,
the
you'll be
big
shocked when you
boys.
see what these kids carry nowadays. But yeah, so
It's mad.
it was a little idea I had. So it's like a knife bin. You have them in local police stations, but my plan was to put that in a public place. So I put it in the ends, just a knife bin, just put it in the ends, and I kind of promoted it. I said to everyone, look, you got a knife, you want to throw it away, it's there. And we've had 300 put in there.
But how much did the police collect before you was actually doing the scheme, right?
Yeah.
Because it was you and Adele.
Yeah,
which
shout out
is
Adele.
in this together campaign. Yeah, remember that name, because I promise you now, yeah, it's gonna be a big name, and I'm not even the stuff which hasn't even been released.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that. I believe that still.
And so basically, you don't even forget what you were gonna say. Yeah, actually, now remember now. Though you see that man's memory came back. How much knives was it that the police in our area?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So
That's
they had it in like the fed station. But be real with you, man. If you had a knife, you want to get rid of it, you want to stop all of that shenanigans,
Yeah.
and you really going to go to the police station and hand your knife in front of the police.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Because that's a setup. Like,
Yeah, facts.
it's-
And the maddest
Yeah,
thing is,
man.
bro, the one in my local police station, they got it right on front of the front desk. You get it?
Right.
Just camera up, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a little small idea, but bro, when I started that, you know, we had to get emails, phone calls, we had to do so much. It took like 6-7 months. Me and Adele, shout out Adele, and bro, it was a small idea, you know, just put something like this in a public place. But bro, everyone told me it wasn't gonna work. The MP, the councillors, the local police, you know, everyone, my own friends even told me it wasn't gonna work. But we put it out there, bro, and yeah, man, you know.
But how much had they collected?
Literally,
over
bro,
there?
I'll be honest with you, literally next to nothing.
They collected next.
Yeah, literally next to
Straight
nothing, bro.
up.
Yeah, because you see when
And that's like a whole unit of police working
bro,
together.
literally imagine this, the first 2 weeks they opened it, I think it was around like, top of my head, I think it was around 40 knives, the first time they opened it,
Your
2 weeks,
unit.
yeah? When they opened it, their jaws dropped, they said, we never had this much in our own police station, we've had it there for years.
So you're not even within 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
more.
Straight up.
And you gotta think that's just you and Adele, and that's a whole unit.
Yeah.
And maybe they've had hundreds of thousands of pounds allocated to them. So that's
So-
crazy because that took an outside type of thinking to get into these places.
But you know what? When you're 1 foot in and you've been part of that stuff before, you understand the situation, you understand the ropes. You know, that's why I had that outside thinking.
Yeah.
And but from the one I've had in Aylesbury, Metropolitan contacted us. You know, West Midlands, West
Thames
Yorkshire.
Valley.
Oh, serious.
The whole
business.
bro, like serious bro, like up and down the
Serious
country, police
business.
forces contacting me or Adele or the Thames Valley Police in our local area and saying, yo, how do you lot get this in a public place? Because it was such a tedious process to get it out there.
Yeah.
And when we got it out there, bro, it just blew, man. And there's up and down the country, there's a few of them around in public places now, man. So just from the one in Aylesbury went successful, now we've got up and down the country, man.
Yeah, that's
who's
banging, bro.
Yeah.
That is
Who's the other guy that
sick,
does
bro.
it? That Farron
Yeah, that
export?
brother from London, I think he's from North London. He goes around collecting. So I do that as well. So I go around collecting them. But Aylesbury's a small town, and you know people can go and put it in themselves. But if they don't feel confident enough, or they're thinking it's a setup, sometimes I go around collect it off them and dispose of it.
But Scoop, I've got a question for you because you're not originally from Southall, you're mainly from
West
London.
London, yeah.
West
Yeah.
London. So like where what everyone calls cunt, you know, Aylesbury, little town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
cunt.
saying.
That's cunt. If you know, put in the comment section, that's cunt, innit? Hashtag.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we're that amount of knives and we're referred to as cunt here, what is it that you've seen that in your area in regards to knives and the community, the younger generation and...
If I'm honest, you know, for real, people carry knives for a joke, basically. If you
Like
don't
it's
like,
normal.
yeah, at the
Yeah.
end of the day. And sometimes you're in a situation or in an environment or in a place where you think you need it or you actually might need it. So it's like, the reality's kind of there, you know. Can't even really run from it. And it depends. If you're going to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, finishing at 5, then you don't need a knife, do you?
Yeah, 100%.
If you're doing other things, or you're hanging around, or you get it. So it
Yeah.
comes with a lifestyle. So no one has to do it, but it's a choice that we make, or whoever makes it. If you understand what I'm saying. Whoever
But I guess
decides.
if you're referring to those who basically are on the streets doing what they do, selling whatever they sell, they feel that they have to carry it, because when you're out in London, you got the really nice areas, and there's just like where people come from nothing, and it's still a struggle, man. That's a struggle all across the country. A lot of people don't acknowledge this, they just see, oh, nice buildings, but you got to realise there's people on the other end of the spectrum, yeah? People who can't keep up with bills, people are selling Xboxes, not because they want to, because they feel they have to just to support family. And so they're carrying around these knives. It's not even because they want.
Tell these youths there, bro. Tell them.
They don't even want to carry the knives, but it's a safety procedure. Because if I don't carry it, then I'm gone in a second.
Now, let me tell you one thing though. You know, you got more chances of getting stabbed if you carry a knife.
With your own knife.
Yeah, facts. That's a statistic, bro. Facts.
More people are being stabbed with their own knife.
Yeah, but bro, like you were saying, it's part of like a lifestyle. But then the thing that I look at, I don't just say, yo, put your knife away. Nah, what we do is we do a lot of mentoring. So what I do is, you know, we try to help people. So if you're from the roads, you know, you put your knife away. We want to help you get a job. We want to help you get qualifications. We want to help you get into college, get access courses, get into uni. We want to show you there's things that they don't teach you in school, such as finance, what we were talking about earlier, bro. When they don't teach you about taxes, registering businesses, they don't teach you that in school, and that's what they need to start teaching the kids.
That's very true.
That is true. Very true.
What did we really learn from school, man? All these lessons about history, geography, bro. I don't remember none of that.
Listen. In school, they didn't teach you how to pay bills, how to do up a mortgage, like how to take credit out. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like loan money. Maybe in like, I say college, but in school, they don't teach you nothing like that.
Even another thing I do, which is so basic, I've done it about 70, 80 times now, making CVs. A lot of kids nowadays, they don't know how to make CVs, bro. Yeah. They don't know what to write, they don't really understand what a CV is. So, what I've been trying to do is, you know, teach them how to write a CV. You know, right before
are you calling me a kid then? How did you tell me?
I'll help you. Tonight we'll do that. But yeah, like, it's about teaching basic life skills, man. And you know what? I think schools and bro, they don't teach them that, man. It's sad, and they need to start teaching that, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Real life stuff.
Because then all these little youths, they'll think the road's much more better than education. Like deep that, like it doesn't make sense. But would you?
I'm gonna say that I don't know if the word's illiterate, not illiterate. Dyslexic. Basically, I suffer from dyslexia.
Yeah. I do as well.
Right. So basically, I had struggled to write and to read. Yeah. I can read to myself. I can't read out loud. Things like that. I can read out loud now, but for a portion of my life, like early teens and all of that, and to art, I didn't. I struggled with that. So then, what happens now is you start causing trouble. You start doing other things because you ain't paying no attention to what's going on the board or whatever. So then now, you said something about CVs, and the importance of that, bro. To this day, I still struggle with a CV. Even though I can read and write now, I still struggle with a CV. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically what I was going to say is that everyone's learning differently.
Definitely.
And everyone's got a different skill set. Some people are just physical.
Nah,
you don't know how to read and write, but you don't know how to read and write, but you've never lost your 50%. So it's like, the point is now, like you said about the curriculum, is they don't separate the differences in these individuals enough. But it's like, I feel like the key to it is homeschooling. I think it's the key, because wherever your child lacks, you just put in, or you don't need to put them in school at all, because really, school didn't even teach me maths and English. I learned when I left school, watching subtitles taught me like the visualizing of a word is how I spell a word, not because I actually know how to spell it.
There's a saying in life, if you judge the fish in its ability to climb a tree, it would live its whole life thinking it was stupid.
Thank you.
Now what you got to realise is a fish is meant for the sea, gorillas are meant for that. So everyone's put against the educational
100%,
system,
100%.
thinking that if we don't reach that standards, but like you were saying, I learn more visually and audio based, not writing out, filling out papers, because my attention span cuts off very easily, right? But when I'm watching videos, I take it in and it comes in easy. Till this day, I think 99% of my jobs I've had, whether they've been on site, I've not ever used a CV. I just go there, tell them what I do, they see the way I speak, how I hold myself, if I'm competent to do the job, and that's the way I've got my jobs. And all of my friends, the majority of my friends that do own businesses, all of them, well, a lot of them are very they're dyslexic.
You know what, yeah?
So that just says it all.
Right.
I thought about something. If, like, at Deep this year, if we can all speak sign language in the world, we can understand each other.
Bro, I speak sign language.
Sign language! I just deep to it, no.
Yeah.
But that'll be more easier. Everybody will communicate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
100%.
come
Deep
on,
down,
man.
deep down.
I saw that somewhere. If
facts.
every education system around the world taught sign language, then effectively, without knowing another language, the whole world could actually speak to each other.
Bro, sign language is simple to learn, you know what I mean? So my dad's deaf and mute, my dad can't talk, he can't hear. I've never taken no courses, I've never done you know how like you learn a language, like how we learn English growing up? We grew up in a household, our parents spoke English, that's how we learned it. Same way, growing up in my household, I learned sign language. You know what I mean? And no course in nothing, I don't know sign language.
All I know is B, L, S or something.
Yeah.
A couple of other things, but I forgot them. But yeah.
Wow, that was a big conversation. So that conversation that we talked about, literally everything, like going deep into it. But yeah, people, that was a bit of mental health and a little bit of other stuff as well. Like this episode is about communicating. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, we're just building the unit right now. Get me?
We've all just met each other today, so us not talking about this is just kind of getting a feel for like where everyone's come from. Kind of getting to know each other, just breaking the ice. Literally in the cups, breaking the ice.
Trust me, but yeah. Stay tuned for another episode. This is Wave TV. We have got my amazing guest,
Afsal.
Hamza.
Big Scoop.
Yeah, we're out. Gang business.
Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?